Welcome back guys. Just a week ago, Nintendo sued the team behind Yuzu Switch emulator, made some serious allegations against them, like facilitating mass piracy, releasing tools that circumvent Nintendo's technological prevention, giving people access to copyrighted content, allowing them to play Switch games on unauthorized hardware like PC and mobile phones. You will be surprised to know that this case has already been settled. Yuzu gave up without a fight and gave Nintendo everything it asked for. Same developers were behind 3DS Citra emulator. That emulator is also dead now. Development has ceased for both Citra and Yuzu emulators. Tropic Haze is the company behind Yuzu. They have agreed to pay $2.4 million to Nintendo. They have also agreed to the fact that Yuzu is primarily designed to circumvent and play Nintendo Switch games. The company agrees to permanently stop working on Yuzu, hosting Yuzu, distributing Yuzu's code or features, hosting websites and social media that promote Yuzu, or doing anything else that circumvents Nintendo's copyright protection. In the end, it is piracy that led to Yuzu's demise, and I'm not surprised at this. I think a lot of people from developed countries are not aware of the ground reality in developing countries. I myself am from India. I'll be very honest with you guys, 99% of people here see emulation as a source of piracy. Even I used to cover emulation related content, and vast majority of comments were related to piracy only, from where to download games. Switch emulation was always going to be very risky. The thing is, Switch is still a commercially available console. Its games are also commercially available. Even in 2024, Switch is selling like hotcakes. New games are getting released, and it's a well-known fact that Switch games are very expensive, especially the first-party titles. To make things worse, Yuzu team was literally advertising their emulator being able to run newly released Switch games. I don't know what they were thinking. In one of their progress reports, they mentioned about Xenoblade Chronicle 3 technically running on Yuzu emulator day 1 of its release. They even shared the developmental progress of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on Yuzu. Nintendo loses their mind when someone shows Zelda games running on an unauthorized hardware. Yuzu team should have kept a low profile. On their Discord server, they were guiding people on how to get Switch games running on their emulator. I think they were motivated by their Patreon donation. They were making around $30,000 per month. Over the years, I have seen other emulator developers work. They are very strict against piracy. They rarely make guides on how to get X game working on their emulator. Whenever someone asks them a question related to piracy, they straightaway ban that person. A lot of people fail to understand that emulation is not meant for piracy, playing games for free, but it's actually a means of preserving games that are not commercially available anymore. Now, I also don't like Nintendo. I'll be very honest with you. For me, it's very simple. I don't play Switch games at all. Nintendo Switch has pretty average performance. It's a well-known fact. Games on that platform run within an FPS range of 20 to 30. A lot of games don't even run at 720p resolution. Still, I don't see this as a reason to pirate commercially available games. Yuzu developers had the same opinion. Piracy was never their intention. They will be surrendering yuzuemu.org domain name to Nintendo. They agreed to delete not only its copies of Yuzu, but also all circumvention tools used for developing or using Yuzu, such as Tegra RCM GUI, Hackett Atmosphere Lockpick RCM, AnyDump Tool, NX Dump Fuse, and Tegra Explorer. They will also hand over any physical circumvention devices and modified Nintendo hardware to Nintendo. Also agreed to not delete any other evidence that infringes Nintendo's IP rights, intellectual property. This news was confirmed by Yuzu and Citra developer Bune on Yuzu's Discord server. This is the original post. They thanked the community for supporting them for years. They were always against piracy but acknowledged that their project allowed people to circumvent Nintendo's technological protection measures and run Switch games on unauthorized hardware, leading to extensive piracy. This led to their decision of discontinuing the development of Yuzu emulator. Yuzu's GitHub page has gone offline. Their Patreon accounts, Discord servers and site will be shutting down soon. They hope their actions will be a small step towards ending piracy of all creators' works. This is the original post made by Bune. Yuzu emulator is an open source project, so I won't be surprised if a fork of it shows up in the near future, continuing its development. Some online supporters specifically mentioned backing up the code after Nintendo sued 2 weeks ago. Only God knows what Nintendo will do to those developers who decide to continue the development of Yuzu. This is the complete judgment. I'll give the link to this Verge article in the description of this video. So that's it with the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.